AI. Okay, it's the buzzword we hear constantly. It's either, this amazing utopian future.
Or it's threatening everyone's jobs, right?
Exactly. But so often it just feels, abstract, doesn't it?
It really does.
Yeah.
Lots of promises, lots of what ifs.
So today we're cutting through all that noise. We want to focus on a really concrete, game-changing example, AI delivering massive, measurable results. Now,
and that's the fascinating part, isn't it? Watching AI move from just theory, from potential, to these tangible outcomes that are genuinely reshaping how businesses operate.
We're past the what-if stage.
We're firmly in the what is.
Absolutely. And that's precisely what we're diving into today. How Salesforce has really harnessed AI. They're driving what they actually call a digital labor revolution.
Mm-hmm. And not just inside their own company.
No, for their clients too. Our source for this is excerpts from Salesforce, the AI-powered digital labor revolution. It gives a really detailed breakdown of their AI integration. So our mission here is to unpack the specifics, the surprising facts and figures that show AI's impact. On revenue, efficiency, customer satisfaction.
Really drilling down into how these AI systems are managing operations, boosting sales.
Optimizing marketing, creating real value. You'll see.
And hopefully by the end of this deep dive, you'll have a much clearer picture of what successful real-world AI implementation actually looks like.
Yeah. Think of this as your shortcut, maybe. Getting you well-informed about practical AI in big companies, way beyond just the theory.
Sounds good. Where do we start?
Well, to really get the scale of this, let's begin where Salesforce started its own revolution inside their internal operations.
Okay.
The source says their AI systems now manage, get this, 30 to 50% of internal ops.
30 to 50%? That's huge. What kind of operations are we talking?
Everything. Customer support, marketing, analytics, even engineering and branding.
Wow. So core functions.
Core functions. When AI handles nearly half of that, how does that fundamentally shift how a company like Salesforce uses its people?
Well, that's the real story, isn't it? It's not just a percentage. You've got over 35,000 Salesforce employees using these Einstein tools every single day.
35,000?
Yeah. So this isn't some small pilot project. It's widespread adoption. And it translates directly into saving, millions of work hours.
Millions.
It shows a really deep strategic shift moving towards augmenting human work with AI. It frees up those human hours for, more strategic things, creative work, complex problem solving.
Millions of hours saved. It's still kind of staggering to think about. And that internal efficiency, you can see how it clearly translates to the bottom line, which is where the financial numbers get really interesting.
Okay, let's hear them.
So Salesforce's Q1 FY2026 revenue, it hit $9.83 billion. That's an 8% year-over-year increase.
Okay, solid growth, 8% year-over-year.
Right, but here's the kicker. Their AI and Data Cloud segments, just those, they alone brought in over $900 million in annual recurring revenue. AR.
$900 million just from AI and Data Cloud. Wow. And the growth rate on that?
Remarkable. 120% year-over-year growth.
120%. In a mature market like enterprise software, single-digit growth is often the norm.
Right.
That kind of growth, 120%, you usually see that in much younger, sort of nascent industries.
Exactly. And the company actually raised its full-year revenue guidance because of this, up to $41.3 billion.
And they directly credited AI for that.
Directly credited AI-driven products for the momentum. So this isn't just AI saving costs.
No, it's a direct, powerful revenue generator.
Yeah.
Big time.
It completely reframes AI, doesn't it? From just an efficiency tool to a core engine for growth.
Absolutely.
And it's not only about internal use or just that segment's growth, it's also about how fast customers are adopting these products.
Okay, like what?
Take their Agentforce AI. Over 3,000 customers jumped on it within the first 90 days.
3,000 in 3 months. For enterprise AI, that's fast.
Very fast. And they closed over 8,000 deals related to it, with half, 50%. Already converted to paying clients.
Wow. That kind of rapid uptake, especially the conversion rate, that's almost unheard of in enterprise software.
It really is.
That adoption rate for Agentforce, it really speaks volumes, doesn't it? It tells you there was this clear pre-existing need in the market.
A pain point they hit perfectly.
Exactly. A pain point Salesforce was perfectly positioned to solve, so effectively, in fact, that customers converted incredibly quickly. It's a strong signal the market is really hungry for mature, proven AI solutions.
Right. And beyond the raw numbers, the real power of this digital labor revolution. It often shines through in specific customer stories.
Yeah, concrete examples.
Like Wiley, the global publishing company. They saw a 50% increase in automated case resolution using AI. Just think about what that means for their support team's efficiency.
50% automated resolution. That frees up a lot of human agent time. And it's not just them, right? You see this pattern elsewhere.
Definitely. It's not an isolated case. We see a major U.S. healthcare provider and the Royal Bank of Canada, RBC.
Okay. Big names in different sectors.
Both reaching over 90% resolution rates with AI. 90% plus.
Incredible consistency there.
And OpenTable. They used AI to handle 73% of restaurant inquiries in just 3 weeks.
73% in 3 weeks.
Yeah, more than doubling their previous efficiency.
It really shows the breadth of AI's impact. It's working across finance, healthcare, publishing, hospitality. It's not just for niche problems.
It truly changes how the work gets done, and it gets even more impactful when you look at operations. Schneider Electric.
Global energy management leader, right?
That's them. They reported a 30% reduction in downtime for their clients using AI.
30% less downtime. For an industrial company, that translates directly to massive savings and productivity gains.
Huge. And then there's L'Oreal, a brand totally built on customer experience. They improved both customer and agent satisfaction by 70%.
70? Wow, 70% satisfaction lift for both sides. That's monumental. What does that tell you?
Well, what do you think? It seems like a dual benefit, right? Not just serving customers better, but also making the jobs of the human agents better, empowering them.
Exactly. These examples, they really highlight how AI isn't just doing basic automation anymore. It's tackling complex tasks, proactive operational management, like with Schneider, and enhancing these very human-centric interactions, like with L'Oreal.
Right.
It's transforming the core of how these businesses operate and interact, creating this sort of positive feedback loop for both customers and employees.
So, okay, how does this whole digital labor revolution play out in sales and marketing? Areas absolutely critical for bringing in revenue.
Yeah, let's connect it back to growth.
The source details these AI-powered dialer tools. They're leading to 30% more outbound calls,
Okay, more volume,
0.25% better contact rates,
more effective volume.
and 15% higher conversion rates.
So, more calls, reaching the right people more often, and converting them better.
Yeah.
That's the trifecta.
Exactly. A triple play. And it results in, wait for it, up to 300% ROI in the first year.
300% ROI
Yeah.
in year one. That's a number that gets attention.
You think. And it goes beyond just the dialer. Predictive lead scoring, segmentation.
Using AI to figure out who's most likely to buy.
Precisely. That's boosted conversion rates by 25%.
Also significant.
And that led to a 15% revenue increase over 18 months, sped up sales cycles by 30%,
Faster deals.
and cut customer acquisition costs by 20%.
It's fascinating. AI is optimizing that entire sales funnel from top to bottom, making it way more efficient, much more targeted, and ultimately just more profitable.
It's not just doing more.
It's doing it smarter, much smarter.
It feels like a complete overhaul of how they approach their market, how they engage potential customers.
It seems like it.
Okay, finally, let's just touch on Salesforce's strategic expansion, their industry-specific clouds, tailored solutions.
Vertical clouds, yeah.
They're growing really fast. Vertical ARR, annual recurring revenue, is up by over 50% in key sectors. Think healthcare, financial services, automotive.
Which indicates that tailoring AI solutions to specific industry needs really works. It drives deep adoption because the value is just so clear and immediate for those customers.
Makes sense.
And their cross-sell momentum sounds incredibly strong too. You mentioned an 80% year-over-year growth in multi-cloud deals.
80%. As customers add on Tableau, MuleSoft, Slack, Data Cloud integrations.
So it's about creating this interconnected ecosystem. Each AI-powered tool reinforces the value of the others.
Right.
Which really helps lock in those long-term customer relationships. It's sticky.
So, summing up a bit, Salesforce's journey here, it really is a powerful testament to AI's capability. It's a core growth engine now, isn't it?
It really seems that way.
And while, okay, the company hasn't reported like a flat 50% jump in overall revenue.
No, that would be headline news everywhere.
Right. But what we have clearly seen throughout this deep dive are many, many specific use cases showing 50% or even higher improvements in automation, productivity, customer satisfaction across all sorts of operations.
And that distinction is crucial, I think. It's not about one single magic number for the whole company. It's this cascade, this series of profound improvements in specific high-impact areas. It really demonstrates that AI isn't just about, getting small incremental efficiency gains anymore. It's about unlocking completely new levels of performance and value across the entire enterprise.
Which naturally makes you think, what does this mean for other industries? For the future of work itself.
Exactly.
Because this isn't just a Salesforce story, is it? It feels like a compelling template, maybe, for how AI can fundamentally reshape operations and deliver real, tangible value across the whole economy.
It really begs the question, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If you have these levels of AI integration of, 30, 50% of internal work automated, these 50% plus improvements we saw in critical use cases, if AI can reshape efficiency that dramatically, how does it also redefine the very nature of human work? Collaboration, how we create value.
Yeah.
What does that look like in the future?
And building right on that, what other industries, maybe ones we haven't even discussed today, are really ripe for a similar digital labor revolution?
Ones we haven't even fully imagined yet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Something for you, the listener, to ponder as you look at your own work, your own industry. Where might this be heading next?